Okay, so today we're in an Audi Etron. It's got an interesting fault, so I'll just get it in ready mode. So press, start. And if you just wait a wee second, I'll show you what it says. It's a pedestrian warning, inaudible. So vehicle sound fault, vehicle inaudible to pedestrians. So some kind of speaker or whatever is maybe at fault here. So we'll maybe get this in the workshop and get it looked at. But just on a side note, I see down there that somebody's must have known I was working on the car because there's a little cowboy hat down there. Okay, I'll take it in the workshop. Okay, so I ran a fault scan on this Etron. So obviously we've got the gateway modules listed, so I've just opened that up and it's brought all the faults within that gateway module. So looking at the top one there, it's a static fault. It's a U005400 and it's a vehicle communication bus C shorted positive or negative. And we can see that if you look in amongst the components that are affected, you can see actuator for exterior noise, no communication. So while I'm scanning here, obviously I need to go in the wiring diagrams and see where those components are and what the network wires are. But just while I'm standing here, don't know if you can hear, but okay, so I'm not sure if you're going to hear this, but the car's making some strange noises. So I can hear that. Quite noisy in the workshop. Hope you can hear these noises. Just hang about for a minute longer and see if you can hear them. There we go. It's just cutting on and off the noise. There we go. So there's things going on with the speakers. And obviously we'll need to have a look at this network, so let me pull up a diagram up on the box there and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so just looking at a couple of these fault codes, so we'll look at the actuator for exterior noise, no communication, the rear view camera, control module, no communication, and these other ones may or may not be relevant, but looking at these two here, I've pulled up a wiring diagram. So over in ELSA here, you can see this module here, JI772. JI772's rear view camera, we had that fault, and JI943, JI943 engine noise generation control unit. So both of those modules are on the same network and we had no communication faults with those two. So I think what we need to do is we need to go to one of these modules and just measure the CAN network, see what's going on there with this network. Okay, so pulled up JI943, removal. I'll take my finger away. Remove the lower part of the front body pillar trim on the right. You can see it just sits there. So I'm not sure that just sits behind the kick panel. So it looks like it's quite easy to access and it should be quite easy to measure the CAN network as well. So we'll go over to the car and we'll go and do that. Okay, so went and took that trim off and sure enough the module it's just sitting there like it says on the information we had there. So okay, so I went ahead and removed that trim, like it said in the ELSA that we had there. So, and sure enough, the module's just sitting inside where it said it is. So I've unclipped it, I've pulled it out so we can get access to the back connector here. The grey wire in the corner, and then the orange one beside it. So that's our CAN high and low. So we'll just get the oscilloscope onto it. So using the Pico 4425 as usual. And I'm just going to get it up and running just now, so we'll see what we've got on those CAN networks. Okay guys, so having a look at the network on this Etron. So we're in ready mode. It seems to be worse when it's in ready mode in terms of the CAN network. So this is my CAN network, CAN high and low. You can see it's obviously bad. And we've got our warning messages pinging up here, vehicle sound fault. So I'm in this module, this vehicle sound module, just down in the right side of the dash here. So CAN high and CAN low. So CAN high is the grey wire I'm in, which would be the blue channel, and then CAN low is the red channel, and we're in the orange wire at the back there. So they're not touching, they are close together but not touching. And we've got that, so right now the scope's not rolling, so I'll let that run. You see it's particularly bad at the moment, that's nothing like a good network. So the message pinging on the dash there, but that's pretty bad like that. So just take a little look at that. Okay, pretty bad, we're all agreed, so I'll spacebar it and I'll disconnect this module. Okay, make sure they're not touching, so just hook that round there. You still see our network is still bad, so we've got an issue somewhere else on the car. My guess is it's going to be one of the other modules on this network. I see a similar thing happen with the Haldex module in some of the cars. So as you can see, we're in still live and ready mode. Module's not connected anymore, we've still got a really bad network. So that's it, I'll just trace this further, look, see what else is on this network, and then hopefully we can come up with an answer for this one. Everybody, thanks very much. Okay, so we're back on the information system here. We're looking for the reverse camera because we know that's on that network, and it's J772 and it's part of the camera itself, so it's part of the same module, and it's number 10 on our diagram. So number 10, as you expect, just above where the number plate would be. So we need to go and unplug that and we'll see what happens to the network, and if we don't find the answer there, then we'll need to research a bit further and check a wee bit further. So that's it, talk to you all soon. Okay, so I've pulled the trims off with this tailgate, as you can see. So just looking at this plug, let me put the flash on. Oh, I think we might have found a problem. There's our grey wire and our orange wire, so let's get this unplugged. Definitely found a problem, guys. Don't think we need a scope to figure this one out anymore, although we did at the start. Let me get this unplugged and I'll show you what's in here. Okay, so let's just disconnect this plug and we'll see what's going on. Look at that, green, lots of green in there, so we don't need the scope anymore, although we did at the start. But following the diagram and seeing the network was bad took us to a problem, so that's it, diagnosed. So this one should just be fixed, although we'll need to find out if there's any water leaks. Doesn't look as if there is, but we'll look into it a wee bit further. But looks like the back camera's compromised, bringing that network down. So that's this one done, guys, thanks very much. Okay, so I thought we may as well confirm our fix here by leaving the plug disconnected at the back. So we've got our CAN network, you know, obviously reinstalled in the module there. Sorry about that. We're in ready mode and our network looks nice. So there's a good network. See, nice and even squares, nice and symmetrical. Looking good. So I'll go and connect the back. That connector back in if I can with one hand. With all that corrosion on it, and we'll see our network spazzy back out. So this is our plug, put a flash. Pretty bad, pretty bad. So that's going to be hard. In you go. Okay, so that's the connector back on. So there's interrupted there. I had to get the camera down. You see our network looks clearly bad. So that's the fault. Obviously we knew that was going to be the case, but that's the fault. Space bar, that's quite a good one. Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, and then our fault's back in the dash. So yep, that's the one, guys. So we'll get this repaired. We're getting new wires, new connectors, a rear camera, and that'll be this one fixed. Thanks again, everybody.